one of the biggest questions I've been asked over my social media is, where have I been for the last little while? And why did Vlogmas stop? I'm going to give you as much of an answer as I am comfortable with. She's on. It's shocking how long it takes me to start talking, considering I take 0 time getting ready. Hey humans, what's up? I'm Breanne Williamson, and if this is your first time here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and join the B team. We're a family here, we're super welcoming, and we're a pretty darn good time. If you're coming back, hey again, what's up? Happy New Year. So, it's 2019 and we have a few things to talk about. I feel like I haven't done a life update in a while. I think the last time I did any sort of Q&A was when I hit 10K subscribers. We are now at 20K. Thank you all so much. As always, every one of you means the world to me and I really appreciate it. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because we're growing here and you always want to get with the band before the band's cool, you know what I'm saying? I think I said something similar in the 5K video and now we're at 20K. That's crazy. That's 20,000 human beings on the B team. Okay, so let's get to it. I think I owe you all an explanation, or a few explanations, but before we get into what's been going on and maybe some answers you've been looking for, I want to first talk about something that I'm really excited that I actually just relaunched. It's not technically a launch, it's a relaunch, but in my mind, it's a launch because I've never actually put any effort or time into it. And I'm gonna start doing that. So I'm really excited. And that is my Patreon. So if you're already on my Patreon, if you're a patron of mine, I really appreciate you. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's a way for people to support creators. Basically, you all out there get all this amazing free content, as you should, and I want to keep putting it out there for you all for free. However, there's certain things that I want to put more effort into creatively, and unfortunately those things take more money. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to what those things are because I've got a few exciting announcements. But first, I would love if you considered supporting me on Patreon, only if you have the money to do so. And I wanted to make sure the rewards for each of the tiers were really awesome, so that's where the revamp comes in. I've completely revamped all the tiers and all the rewards for all my patrons to make sure that it's super awesome for you to be supporting me. Some of which are follow for follows, there's shout outs, there's snail mail that I will be personally sending you Polaroids, sending you exclusive B Team stickers that you can only get if you're a patron. There's a really cool tier where I'm gonna be sending 3 to 4 packages every year, full, I'm talking chock full of PR stuff. So you're gonna get all the products that I get mailed to me. You're gonna get photos, you're gonna get B Team merch, all of that jam-packed into a big box right to your door just for supporting me. So make sure to hit the link down in the description and check out those tiers. See if there's something that you can afford that you'd feel good about spending and supporting me to create more for the B Team. If you can't afford it, no worries. There's absolutely no pressure to do so. You can support me in so many other ways. Things like sharing my YouTube videos, telling a friend about my channel and getting them to subscribe and join the B Team. Subscribing yourself. Maybe you're someone who always sees my videos come up on your feed on YouTube, but you've never actually hit that subscribe button. That would mean the world. Making a habit of hitting that thumbs up button every single video and commenting down below. All of this helps me as a creator and I would really appreciate it because I have so many goals for the B Team in 2019 and I'm so excited for all of us to kick some ass. As mentioned, all of the information for Patreon will be in the description down below as well as the comments, so you can head over after watching this video or give it a pause right now and go check it out right now. One last thing before we get to all the good stuff. I do want to mention that all the tiers on Patreon are exclusive, meaning I've capped numbers of how many people can do each tier. So some of the tiers are like 20 B Team members, some are 10, some are 5. So if you do want to get in there and get the benefits of that tier and the rewards, get in there soon because I'm hoping we're gonna get some supporters so I can make some of this amazing creative stuff happen this year, and I don't want you to miss out on those rewards. Second thing is, if you go and become a patron before January 17th, so that's in 8 days from now, you will get a postcard sent to you. That's just gonna be a little thank you for jumping on board before it was a bandwagon thing to do. So just from the jump, by getting in there on my Patreon, being a patron and supporting my content right away, I appreciate you so much, and I wanna send something right to your door to thank you, because sometimes I feel like I can't thank you enough through the screen. So I want you to have something that you can actually hold on to, okay? So really appreciate all that. Now let's get on to the rest of the video. When I was thinking about which video I wanted to start 2019 off with, I had a ton of ideas because I have been creatively brainstorming, as mentioned, for the last couple months about what kind of content I want to make for 2019. But as much as all those ideas were really cool and awesome, I felt like I just needed a chill, sit down video with you all to kind of catch up on where I've been. I feel like you deserve some answers. I have some answers to give. I want to give you some insight on where 2019 is going for this channel and for the B team. And mostly I just wanted to like hang out with all of you and feel like I was just kind of sitting with you in your living room. Stripped down, raw, not highly edited. If you don't like that type of video, I'm sorry, but I just feel like I just needed a little bit of a conversation with all of you humans, if that's cool with you, which I guess is why I took 0 time to get ready, i.e. the hair and no makeup. Yikes. First, I want to talk about the past, and then we're going to talk about the present, and then we're going to talk about the future. There's your umbrella for the whole video. First, the past. One of the biggest questions I've been asked over my social media is, where have I been for the last little while? And why did Vlogmas stop? I'm going to give you as much of an answer as I am comfortable with. And I feel like you deserve answers because I put my life out there and you follow my life. But I also feel like there's certain things that I hold private to myself, and I have respect for other people that don't put their lives out on the internet and don't want to give all those answers necessarily. No, I wasn't gone because Julia and I were having problems. No, I wasn't gone because Julia and I broke up. I know that there are certain discussion forums on the internet that I won't mention because I think a lot of them tend to be negative spaces for the most part. I know that there was a lot of rumors circulating that that was why Vlogmas stopped. Which, to be fair, I can see how people might put 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, the whole point of Vlogmas is that Julia and I were doing a series together, and we were supposed to do 12 episodes together. So it would make sense if something went wrong between Julia and I, we would stop making videos together. But no, that's not what went down. Instead, Vlogmas stopped because in December, I went to Mexico with my family. I was there for a week with all of my family, including Julia. And then I came back. And my parents were still in Mexico. And, sorry, I'm trying not to get upset. I came back and my parents were still in Mexico, and while they were still there, my dad had a medical emergency where he ended up in the hospital the day before they were supposed to return home. At this point, Julia and I were house sitting, my parents' house, looking after the dog. I was looking after our business, which, if you don't know, I work with my family in real estate in Vancouver. And I'm not really fully comfortable getting into that further. I will just simply say that it was the worst week of my entire life. They ended up being in Mexico for an extra week. Eventually, they came home. My dad is great. My mom is great. My whole family's great. They got home actually 2 days before Christmas, so we were able to spend Christmas all together. And I'm all around super thankful and grateful and lucky and blessed and all of the above for how it turned out. This is exhausting. This is mentally and emotionally exhausting. I don't really want to talk about this on the internet anymore, but I will say that I do feel like I owe you all an apology for not following through with the promise of Vlogmas. I just wanted to let you know that it was something serious, and I didn't feel like it was right for me to sit down in front of a camera and fake being all happy and laughy and outgoing when it wasn't authentic. Because something that I promise the B team and will continue to promise is that all of my videos will always be authentic. If I'm having a bad day, I'm not filming unless it's me talking about having a bad day. And Julia and I especially will never be one of those couples that thinks it's important to continue posting even if times are bad. If you see us posting a cute couple photo or a video where we're laughing or smiling, that's authentically how we're feeling. We're not doing it for the views or for Instagram. We're not thinking through our minds, okay, today's shit, or we just got in an argument, but whatever, we're gonna push through because we need to get content out there. I'm lucky enough to have a separate career that I do not rely on YouTube, and I can understand how some couples out there feel like they have to keep pushing through even if life goes on because it is their full-time job. So no shade there, but on this channel, unless I am feeling authentic about it, I'm not gonna put content out there. And for a viewer, that might suck because that means that content's gonna be a little more inconsistent, but at the end of the day, that's just the way we're gonna do it here. I want you to always know that it's 100% real. Okay, so that's why Vlogmas stopped. If you are new here, or if you didn't really catch Vlogmas, or you had other stuff going on during the holidays, there are 7 episodes up that I'm super proud of, and they aren't holiday specific. So they're a series of challenges that Julia and I did that you could pretty much do any time of the year, but we just made them slightly holiday themed. So if you're interested in laughing, that content is hilarious, I promise you. I'm so proud of those 7 episodes we put out. I'm sorry it didn't end up being 12, but those 7 I am so proud of. I loved every one of those videos, and I'm gonna link the playlist down below. So please go check those out, it would mean the world to us. Then the last week has just been so busy because I have never been more motivated in my life. Like, I am so excited and ready to put content out this year and just kick ass for all of you because you deserve quality content, and I know I have it in me to give that content, so I'm just so ready for it. Quickly, I will recap some highlights of 2018 and say some thank yous to all of you for making those things happen. So we hit 20K subscribers on this channel. Thank you so much, B team. I hit 30K Instagram followers at Breanne Williamson. That is so cool. I premiered my first film that I've ever created at Buffer Festival, which was an incredible experience. If you haven't already watched it, check the description box down below. My film is called Naked, and that is a must watch. That's the most proud I've ever been of putting anything creative out there, and it was super vulnerable, and yeah, that was definitely a highlight of my year. I started a podcast. If you haven't listened to it before, I Can Explain Podcast. It's available on iTunes, Soundcloud, wherever else you listen to podcasts. It's out there. Go check it out. I Can Explain Podcast. There's over 30 episodes. It was a really, really cool year. So yeah, I just started stuff. I just started the ball rolling. That was my past. Now let's talk about present. And I figured the best way to talk about my present was to see if you all had any questions. So I asked you on Instagram for questions for a life update video that I would be filming, and I'm gonna answer some of those right now. I just noticed I had like a rat tail hanging out for the whole video. Sick. What is something that you're really passionate about right now? Right now, I'm so passionate about creating. I have so many ideas, and I just can't even wait for you all to see it. How's your relationship with Julia? Honestly, better than ever. I've never been more in love with that girl. She is gorgeous. She's the love of my life. I want to marry that kid. Just waiting for a ring. Has your outlook on life changed at all? Yes. I mean, I feel like I was super appreciative for every day before, but with everything that went down in December, I just cling to every moment more. Where would you recommend living on the West Coast? Obviously Vancouver. I've traveled all over the world. No city beats Vancouver, I promise you that. Could you guys see yourself living in Victoria, BC? I love Victoria. Fun fact, the first Pride I ever went to was in Victoria, and I happened to stumble upon the Pride while I was there with my high school boyfriend. I love Victoria, but I will always live in Vancouver, I think. You never know. Life throws things at you, but I think I'll always live in Vancouver. And someone said, why aren't you single? Asking for a friend. You wouldn't be single either if you had met Julia. I mean, you might have been, but if you're lucky enough to date Julia, you wouldn't want to be single either. Oof. This is funny. What do I have to do to my hair to have a bun as awesome as yours? Well, considering this is what you all are looking at, not much. When you're having a down day, what is always the one thing that gets you back up? Oh, that's such a good question. It's always kind of something different, to be honest. I just kind of like think, what does my body need right now? Whether it's a bath and like some relaxation and downtime, or maybe I need to be stimulated. Like I need to watch like a funny show or something. I need to go for a walk, fresh air. I don't know. I think there's a few things that I try and I just kind of hope for the best. Will you come to Australia? I'd love to go to Australia. It's not in the books. I don't know. Comment down below where I should travel in 2019 because I'm ready to travel. Where did you meet your partner? This is a video I will be filming in 2019, but long story short, spoiler alert, we met at a bar. What do you enjoy most about your job? And they put a little house, so I'm assuming they mean real estate and working with people. I love people. I love that my job is dynamic and it's always a new scene, it's always a new house, it's a new person, it's a new family. I love that. It never gets boring. Okay, and last question I'm gonna answer today. How did you find girls to date growing up / in your early 20s? Well, this is a fun question and a good segue to the future. Fuck, that was so cheesy. Someone did actually ask that. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna answer it today because this is a good time for me to announce my new series. But only sort of announce it, because we gotta keep things a little secretive around here. My plans for 2019 content, and you can let me know how you feel about this in the comments down below, is super gay. And you may already think to yourself, your content is already pretty gay. But when I started this channel, I started it coming from Tumblr and answering Tumblr questions and thinking maybe I could make videos about those questions. So I talked about my coming out, I talked about my girlfriend not being out, I talked about things that were happening and maybe giving some advice from my personal experience. I talked about how to get over an ex, but specifically in a queer relationship. All these sorts of things. I loved making those videos, and then sometime along the way I just kind of fell out of it because I was trying to do what I thought worked on YouTube. And lots of times queer videos don't work, mostly because they don't get paid and then they don't get promoted, so people don't watch them. But I thought, it's 2019, to heck with that. We've got a strong support of the B team. I hope y'all will watch it and support me. Turn those post notifications on. If you haven't already, seriously, please make sure that bell is turned on down below. It means the world to me and it helps me so much. But yeah, so I feel like I have enough support now that I can just kind of make that content that I think you guys want too. Let me know in the comments down below. Is this what you want? Because I would love to go back to making more specific LGBTQ videos that focus specifically on queer women and giving advice to them. And obviously I'm a lesbian, so it's gonna be from that perspective, but we'll also touch on other identities by bringing guests on. You know, an example might be, how do you meet lesbians? Where do you meet lesbians? That might be a video. I'm excited about it. That was like such a huge rant, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited to kind of go back to the roots of why I started doing YouTube. There's still gonna be videos with Julia, there's gonna be challenges with other YouTubers that you know and love, and there's gonna be travel vlogs, but a main series that I'm starting will be centered around the gayness. Other goals for 2019 are focusing on my health. I really want to work towards mental and physical health being a priority. I try my best to make mental health a priority already, but honestly, physical health, like, this girl doesn't work out. So I'm trying to incorporate that because I'm realizing that, you know, life is short. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of your body. You only get one. So it's not a weight thing. It's not any of that. I just really need to take time to make sure I'm always moving and I'm eating healthier and yeah, just taking better care of my body. So I'm excited to do that. I also want to travel more. I always want to travel more. So once again, any ideas down below. So the most recent trip that I have coming up, which was a question that I didn't answer, is I'm going to Las Vegas at the end of the month with my girlfriend. So I'm super excited about that. And then after that, we have nothing booked. And maybe meet and greets. Like, I want to start meeting more of you. That's another goal. And then specifically numbers wise, because I'm a goal setting kind of lady, I would love in 2019 if we hit 50,000 B team members. That would be incredible. Funny enough, my goal for last year was 20,000. So I feel like if we set our minds to it, we can do it. Go tell a friend. And then I also want to hit 50,000 on Instagram, and I want to just grow this family that we've got going on. And then finally, maybe the most exciting announcement that's not really an announcement, because I realize this is half-assed because I'm not really giving you enough for it to be a true announcement, but hear me out. I am so excited because I have an idea for a docu-series that I'm going to make happen. And if you know anything about me, if I say it's going to happen, I'm going to make it happen. So I have this docu-series idea, and I don't know whether it's going to be on like YouTube Red, fucking Netflix. I'm shooting for the stars, but either way, that Patreon money that I'm getting that I mentioned earlier, that's going all towards that. So every dollar that I get for that is going towards creative content that I'm going to be filming this year. Specifically because the docu-series requires travel, not in the way you think it might. It's not about travel. That's not the series. But it does require travel. It requires equipment, and it also requires me to pay queer people to help me film, produce, edit it. So I would really appreciate, once again, your support on patreon.com. You can search my name, Breanne Williamson, same way it's spelled here, or you can click that link in the description box down below. And a quick reminder that if you do so before January 17th, you are going to get a postcard, hand-signed, handwritten, all of that, from me to you, to your door, as a thank you for jumping on so quick with supporting my content in 2019. So yeah, I feel like we talked a bit about the past, I answered some questions of where I'm at now, and then we talked about my hopes for the B team and all of us in 2019. And I am so excited about it. If you aren't getting that already from this video, I can't tell you enough how excited I am and how much I appreciate all of you. So on that note, we will see you next Wednesday with the launch of this new series. Make sure to turn those post notifications on, subscribe, comment down below. Let's hear some guesses for some of the episodes coming up in this series. You've had enough hints, I feel, the gayness, you know, advice. So I think that I think you guys are gonna like it. All right, humans, I love you all so much. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye.